Well, last week we focused on our sunroom turned breakfast room. Today it's our entryway that's getting a summer makeover. Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to our foyer and the first little spot I'm going to be decorating today. As you can see, we've got the front door right there. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, you might recognize this little piece. We've had this settee for many years, and while I like to switch up what furniture I have on this wall, I do like having some sort of seating. And since I had it here for winter and spring, I might as well just go ahead and keep it here for summer as well. This little piece has made its way around the house over the past few years. I love the details on it and its cute size. It's perfect at the foot of a bed or also at your dining table. I think it looks really pretty as seating for there. But for now, it's just a good place to plop down in case you need to take your shoes off or put them on. I'm also going to go ahead and keep the canvas here. I found it earlier this year at Hobby Lobby, and while it was perfect for spring, I think it's going to look really nice for summer as well, just because it's got the colors I'll be using. We've got the green, white, beige, and the blue up in the sky. So the first thing I'm going to be adding is an accent rug. And because of the closet that juts out right there, really minimizes the size of rug that I can have here. I've placed our faux hide rugs here before, which have worked really nicely just because of their shape. Today, I'm going to go with, I think it's a 5x7, and it matches the one that I just added to our breakfast room. Isn't this a pretty rug? Like I mentioned, if you happen to catch my video last week where I decorated the sunroom turned breakfast room, I added the larger version of this. And speaking of larger, I know this rug needs to be bigger in here, but once again, that closet just messes me up. So we're going to pretend that it's anchoring the settee. I've centered it on the settee, but I've also centered it on the front door. Now I went ahead and added this rug right by the front door. It's more function than anything. So you've got a place to wipe your feet when you come in. If you look closely, you can see that it's got the blue and gray, aside from the brown and beige, which ties in really nicely with this rug. So I feel like it's a really pretty companion, and it helps to visually fill the space where this rug is lacking filling the space. Only thing I don't care for is visually it's heavier there now, but it's still empty over here around the rest of the foyer. So I'm not quite sure if it's a good fit, but I think I might keep it here for now. And even though the settee is also serving as a functional piece, let's just go ahead and crowd it up with some pillows. This is the pillow combo I was thinking about. We've had the denim and the check covers and the white for a long time. Really like how they tie in with the rug. I have two other pillows I'm considering. It's these, really pretty blue and white stripe. Now, truthfully, we bought these to place on our back deck, but we have had so much rain lately in Virginia, I haven't even gotten back there to clean or redecorate. So I'm thinking I might try these inside for a while. I'm going to go ahead and show you both looks. Here you can see I've got my pattern, then my white, and then my denim or navy blue over here to tie in with the other. That's one look. What I like about this look is that I have the matching pillows offering me the symmetry and balance that I love. I also like the shade of blue in here. It's a softer blue with the white stripe, which I feel is maybe a better complement to the accent rug. Now this is where I would be adding something to both sides of the settee. And truth be told, I'm on the hunt for a cane or umbrella stand for this side instead of bringing back my usual accent table or floor lamp. I just haven't decided if I want wood or metal, round or square, so we're gonna leave that alone for now and just add a little something right there. I brought back this piece, had it here for spring, just a simple white urn, faux ferns, and then I like having the grass in the middle to give it some height. And that's it, until I find what I'm looking for the other side. And while I've got my green there and there, I'm hoping the fact that we have a green door gives me that color balance that I need. Now, before we finish up, I wanted to show you, totally forgot that I had a couple of these little green and white pillows. I love the little bird design on them. So I went ahead and added one in. I like it paired with the blue and the white. It adds the green over here, and it ties in nicely with the artwork and then the greenery over on this side. Now let's do something over on this wall. Got our favorite console table here, had it for many years. When we bought it, it had a really pretty stain. Unfortunately, the yellow undertone in the stain wasn't working really well with the flooring. So I painted it white. And then earlier, maybe a couple months ago, I gave it the faux wood technique that I am in love with. Really like the contrast with the white. And I already placed the lamps and the mirror. Once I get the accessories added, I may end up turning the mirror horizontal or vertically, but I like it horizontal just because the artwork behind me is horizontal, so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. First thing I'm going to be adding is this beautiful blue and white vase that I've had for many years, and I filled it with faux greenery and florals. And then to each side, I'm just going to add a little stack of these really pretty books. I love the French script and the canvas spine. And to the top, I'm going to place a white candle holder and battery operated candle. So now I've got my white mirror, white lamps, white candles, neutral canvas books, and only one pop of color with the blue and white base. So let me go ahead and add something here and right there to help spread that color a little bit better. I've had these pretty blue and white jars for a long time, but decided I wanted to use them as a vase and not a jar with the lid on it. So I added these really pretty faux orchids, and let's see how they look. What do we think? I really like it, and I'll tell you why. Even though I used the jars here last summer, I had the lids on them, so I've given them a different look and purpose this year. I also like how they are opposite of the vase. So where the vase is, the background is white with the blue, the jars are the blue background with the white. So I like that opposite look. Also, I don't think you can have too much greenery or florals, even if they're faux, for the summer. Moving on down to the shelf, I'm gonna try two different looks. One will be asymmetrical and the other one will be symmetrical. For the first look, I'm gonna add this really pretty woven basket that I have filled with a blue and white check pillow that matches the pillow I was at first considering for the settee, along with a basic white pillow and neutral throw. And then over here, first thing I'm gonna do is add this really pretty large ginger jar that I found at Goodwill not long ago for $10. I've seen these retail at Home Goods for upwards of $50 or $60. And then I'm gonna add another ginger jar. This is also a new purchase from Home Goods that I got on clearance for, I think, $12. And then another new piece, this is actually a utensil caddy or holder, also from Home Goods, also on clearance. So here's the first choice. I've got my texture, in the basket and pillows and throw on that side. And my ginger jars over here with a little bit of greenery. Or I can go for a more symmetrical look. I ended up taking the blue and white utensil holder away. It was getting a little squished there, so brought in a smaller planter and faux fern instead. I'll see if I've got a blue and white planter or smaller vase hiding somewhere. But even if I don't, I think I like this look better. It seems more balanced. I like how the basket fills that space a little bit better. The gingers are a nice divider. The larger ginger hides the outlet behind it. And once again, even if I don't have a blue and white smaller planter or vase, I feel like having the large blue and white vase up here makes up for that. Now we can finish up by decorating this last piece, this antique secretary that we found when we lived in South Carolina. I decided to just keep this piece here in the middle that I filled with faux ivy just because it's a nice filler. And to the other two shelves, I'm going to be adding a pair of matching pitchers, candle holders that I have filled with these new battery-operated tea lights, and a pair of these blue and white matching jars. Before we have a little music-only look around, I wanted to show you, I ended up running out and found the matching runner to the accent rug. It's not as wide or as long as I would like it, but I do think it accents the console table nicely and adds just that little pop of color over here. Thanks so much for joining me today. As always, I appreciate your company and hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be back next week with more summer decorating, and I hope to see you then.